Did you know that money reacts like a well-trained animal and only obeys those who know how to call it with the right vibration? When you master commanding it, it doesn't just arrive, but multiplies in surprising ways. There are invisible forces that control how much money enters your life and how much departs. And even toiling intensely, you may feel something obstructing this energy. In 1925, Florence Scovel Shinn, a pioneering expert of spiritual science, revealed something revolutionary. Money doesn't answer to need, but to authority. During the Great Depression, she taught common women to command their money, and many increased their income in the midst of the worst economic crisis in history. The first principle is the declaration of divine multiplication. Florence taught that money is a form of intelligent force that operates by specific laws. Money reacts to the vibration of authority much more than to that of need. When you engage with money as one who begs, you repel it. When you engage with it as one who commands, you attract it. Money works like a well-trained soldier. If the commander wavers, the soldier doesn't act, but when the order is clear and firm, money moves. In New York, Florence taught her students to take greater authority. Each morning, positioned in front of the mirror, they would stand tall, inhale profoundly, and proclaim, "Divine money, I command you to expand in my life now. You flow to me from all possible directions because I am a perfect channel of infinite abundance." The key was in the force beneath the command, which needed to ring out as an irrevocable decree. Another vital component is restoring the relationship with money. Florence said that money has emotional memory and that our energy toward it leaves marks that determine whether it approaches or moves away. If for years you've communicated with money through fear, resentment, or guilt, it's as if you repelled an expected guest. Most people have been invoking money with the voice of poverty and guilt. Before commanding your money, Florence taught making peace with it. In silence, her students would say, "Dear money, forgive me for having seen you as my enemy. Today I recognize that you are divine energy wanting to manifest itself through me. I respect you, and invite you into my life." This exercise was a profound vibrational reset that entirely transformed a person's vibration. Moving forward in this direction, Florence developed the spiritual surgery of poverty beliefs. Beliefs about money are like unseen anchors that determine how much your prosperity can grow. You can toil diligently, but if the roots are diseased, the tree will never bear abundant fruit. No one is born with poverty consciousness. We receive them from family conversations and childhood stories. Phrases like "money is dirty" or "to earn money you must suffer" install themselves in the mind as internal laws. The process started with silence, where Florence asked them to examine, "What belief about money have I inherited and still carry?" Once discovered, they would say, "This belief is not mine. I release it. My mind becomes clean and open to receive the divine truth about abundance." Then they would establish new beliefs such as, "I am a recipient of infinite abundance," or "money flows to me effortlessly." Furthermore, Florence taught the contrast between desiring and demanding. Desire springs from lack. It's looking at what you want while feeling it's far away. Demand emerges from the knowledge that something already belongs to divine right. To desire is to say, "I don't have," generating more experiences of not having. To demand is to announce, "It's mine and I receive it now," triggering invisible forces. In this context, another principle is to generate instead of competing. Florence repeated, "Never compete for money, create it." Competing implies scarcity. Creating suggests infinite abundance, knowing that you can generate new opportunities. When you compete, you fixate on what others have. When you create, you align with the infinite source, with unique original ideas. Each person has a specific gift for generating wealth that, when expressed, not only produces income, but blesses others. In the same way, Florence taught the decree of complete dominion. It was an act of absolute control over one's own financial kingdom. The decree was, by my divine authority as an offspring of the creator of all abundance, I decree that my financial reality shifts now. I command that all invisible forces work to multiply my money perpetually. The key lies in understanding that the power to transform is already within you, and upon declaring, the universe shifts to obey. Additionally, Florence taught the sacred blueprint of your abundance. The universe needs precise directions. It was about detailing how much, how, when, and for what you would receive. Her students committed a daily moment to answer, how much money do I want? From what sources? How do I want a sense when receiving it? The more details, the easier for the universe to manifest. The design must be developed from a consciousness of shared abundance. With this in mind, the last step is to maintain prosperous consciousness. Activating abundance is the first part. Mastery lies in preserving it. Maintaining requires daily attention, upholding the internal state that invokes it. This state is made of gratitude, certainty, and openness to receive. A key principle is to start each day with anticipatory gratitude, not only for what you already have, but for the abundance approaching. When you offer appreciation in advance, you give a universe the signal that you've already received. Another practice was to mentally bless all money seen circulating, stopping envy from contaminating your vibration. It's worth noting that abundant sharing was essential. It was about supporting causes that expanded abundance in the world. Giving with joy was like seeding in fertile ground. What you give returns multiplied. The key element is to feel that you engage with the universal flow. What you retain out of fear stagnates. What you give with love multiplies. Another key was to guard your mind. Staying away from environments loaded with scarcity, because your consciousness is the magnet of your experience. Florence closed with a powerful reminder. You are not a subject of economic circumstances. You are the designer of your financial reality. Money is your partner and friend. Now renew your commitment by saying, I decree that my prosperity expands perpetually in perfect harmony. I give with joy, receive with gratitude, and maintain the infinite flow of my wealth. If these words spoke to you, write in the comments, I decree, to cement your commitment. Share this video with someone who needs to recognize the creator of their reality. Subscribe to the channel and activate the bell, because I will reveal more principles that can multiply your prosperity. Abundance doesn't come to those who pause, but to those who command.